How's it going, PC Nation? Welcome back to a brand new video. And this video is about the cartoons, like the original 2000s cartoons, not the cartoons now. Cartoons now we have are not that great, but just go back to the 2000s cartoons. But never mind that. Cartoons versus their movies. So I came up with this idea just out of the brim. I was thinking about, because a couple days ago I actually watched. On the 9th, no, it was the 11th, I watched the Rocco movie, or whenever it came out. I watched it when it came out. So Netflix had a thing with Nickelodeon. They made a Rocco Modern Life movie, and it was based off this year. It was 20 years. It's based off Rocco's Modern Life. I personally never watched Rocco's Modern Life as a kid because it wasn't on. Not even reruns were on. But it must have been a popular enough show for them to make a movie about it. So, and I also came up with this idea thinking about, because a long time, like a couple weeks ago, I was thinking about the Fairly Odd Parents movies. If you guys don't remember those, Timmy, Grow Up Timmy, and the other one, the Fairly Odd Parents live action movies, starring Drake Bell and the girl from Victorious Sister, as his weird crush girlfriend. But it's basically Fairly Odd Parents live action CGI movie, and plus Nickelodeon made another movie, live action movie, this year. It came out on the 9th of August, last Friday. Dora the Explorer, the Lost City of Gold. First off, it looks dumb. Nickelodeon. No offense, I love Nickelodeon. It looks dumb. It really does. It really does look dumb. I grew up with Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. I grew up with Disney, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon. I grew up with all three, so I'm not really in between. I'm not a Disney kid, I'm not a Cartoon Network kid, I'm not a Nickelodeon kid. I'm all three, because I watched all three. Sorry, I'm not like Pewds doesn't watch Phineas and Ferb. I'm just kidding. That's a meme there. But never mind that. I wanted to make this video because I was thinking about it today again. The Timmy Turner movies, the Fairly Odd Parents movies. I didn't even say nothing about it. I was just thinking in my head. I was like, wait, it just comes up. I get random thoughts sometimes when I'm home alone or by myself. I just get random thoughts, and this is one of them. This is one of my random thoughts, and I want to know your guys' opinion. Which one's better, the cartoons or the movies? So, let me talk about the Timmy Turner movies, actually, the Fairly Odd Parents movies. First, the Fairly Odd Parents movies. The first one, the Christmas special, Grow Up Timmy Turner, that's what it's called. It's okay. The movies are okay? Drake Bell, who plays a great Timmy Turner, is good at what he does, okay? And the rest of them, there's only two. So the first one, I don't know. I really didn't like it because it didn't age well, okay? It hasn't aged well. If you go back and see it now, back then when I watched it, it was good. Because I was a little kid. Fairly Odd Parents was still a thing. Then it in Fairly Odd Parents into 2017. Once Harmon left, everything went downhill. I think he left in 2017, so it was like, let's add a random girl that makes no sense, and then only have her on for a couple episodes because we're about to end the series. So I think it ended in 2017, I don't remember. But it was on for a long time. It was on when I was a kid. 2001, they had new episodes every week when I was growing up as a kid. So it was on from 2001, so 2001 to 2017... 16 years? Yeah, 16 years. So 16 years of Fairly Odd Parents was a great... 16 years for anything was a great time. I think Butch Harmon left because I've heard Butch Harmon's not... But Butch Harmon, not Birch. Butch Harmon's not the best person. He's not the best person off camera or off the set. I heard he's a bad person. I don't know. I just heard it is. It's just rumors. I've never met the guy, so I can't say nothing. He created a great show, though. but he had a reason to laugh. That's the reason they ended it, because he left. But never mind all that. There's been so many live action movies of cartoons, like the Fairly Prince one, for example. Also, the Dora one that just came out. There's been so many live action ones, cartoons, and especially cartoon movies that weren't really a TV show but became a cartoon. Like what they're making Mulan, which is actually based off a true story I heard. But they're making Mulan, and they're making so many cartoon remake live actions like they did CGI for Lion King and all that other stuff. Like, there's so many cartoon movies that turned into live action. Little Mermaid's doing it. Beauty and the Beast did it back in 2016. So much stuff turning live action. That's why I wanted to make this video. Which is better? One, the cartoons. Let's start with the originals here, because most of these movies I've mentioned were started as cartoon movies or cartoons. So let's start with just the cartoons. Cartoons, which I get, they're fun to watch. They're animated, colorful. The movies are too. The remakes, they are too. But what makes them different from the original is different people playing them. Some people you have to replace because some people passed away. Like in Aladdin, Will Smith as Genie. People really like the design of Genie. I understand, but it's their decision, you know. That's why some live action movies didn't do well. Like Aladdin this year, I think it was this year. I don't remember. Whenever it came out, it didn't do well because people didn't like. People just don't like the design. Like the new Sonic movie, they redid the whole entire movie because of the design. It's technically live action / CGI because it is. It's just Jim Carrey talking to himself as Eggman, and the guy that finds Sonic in the trailer when they had the trailer is talking to himself. That's all it is. The CGI, it's still good. So live action is a CGI. But the original from the 90s, if you guys don't remember this, they actually had a Sonic cartoon, Sonic's Adventures, from the 90s. I never watched it, but it's on Netflix. Sonic Adventures. It's on Netflix, so if you ever want to watch it, go to Netflix. But there's so many different cartoon movies out there. And the difference between them is if the actors that portrayed those people are still here with us, try to get them for the voices. If you're doing like CGI, try to get those people for the voices. Or get someone good. Like Lion King. They had the guy, This Is America, I forgot his name. That guy who sings This Is America, who was an actor / singer. Great guy. He was a great voice. They had the kid voice for Simba, was actually sounding like the original when he sung those videos. Not the videos, the fucking songs, man. I'm dumb. Like Christopher Walken in the Jungle Book live action. He did great. They all did great. There's a lot of live action / that were originally cartoons that were turned into greatness. So that's why, my opinion, cartoons versus the original, which is cartoons versus live action remake movies. Which was better? I want to say the originals, because the originals have always been a place in my heart. The originals always been something I grew up with, and they made multiples of those. And that's something I always will enjoy, is original movies. The live action remakes, they can be good too. They can be enjoyable, they can be great. But what makes them enjoyable is how they look. People go on design of the movies. If the CGI is really bad, and really bad, and really bad, they're not, if it's like awful, they're not going to enjoy it. That's why us early 2000s and 90s kids enjoy the new movies. The younger generation probably not as much as we do. But the reason we enjoy We go watch live action movies to see how good they are. Because those are our cartoons as a kid. That's why a lot of people like the originals. Because that's what we grew up as a child watching, those cartoons. And they decided to make them into a movie. And they make a cartoon movie, and then they make a live action movie. Or they just make a live action movie. And we want to make sure they're good. If they're horrible and awful, they're ruined basically some of our childhood. They ruined it, man. People work hard on movies, yes, but and I know it takes a lot of movies, a lot of money to get into movies. I'm sorry, but looking over there so much, I don't know. But it takes a lot of money to make movies. I understand, and that's why when you make a live action or CGI movie, make sure you do as best job as you can. I know it's hard, but do the best job as you can. So that's why I like the cartoons more, because the cartoons is what we grew up, my generation and the generation above me grew up with. That's what we grew up with, man. Some people are like, oh, only 90s kids will understand. No. 2000s kids have understand early 2000s. Why I say early 2000s? I'll probably make a video on that as well. I'll probably save it for the video. So, I'm just gonna, instead of keep ranting, this is my final thing, why I like the original cartoon movies better than the remakes or the whatever. It's because it's nostalgia, and to see those shows that have been canceled and turned into a cartoon movie, it's nostalgia. That's what it is. So that's why I enjoy the cartoon movies better. Cartoon movies versus live action, which is better? We're gonna comment down below, what do you think is better? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, press the share button, press the like button, press the red subscribe button, press the bell to stay notified every time I upload a video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.